Hey, welcome to Yoga with. We have a theme today. It's know thyself and then intend better. I have an extra long warm-up today in case your muscles and tendons need a little more softening for stretch. We use a little beat. There it is. For our warm-up because it's rhythmic limbering. Let's take off your shoes. I've got my sandals on. Do you have your yoga mat? Do you have comfortable clothes? What about your blocks, your strap? Do you use a chair? If you can get to a wall, get to a wall today. I'm going to do a shoulder roll, up, back, and down. Check my hands out. Palms are facing forward. I'm going to show a side view. Your hands are right in line with your side stripe. I have one today. They're not out here. They're not back there. They're right in line. Feel how that lines up your shoulders. Are you breathing? Being, relax the neck. Now let's do one more shoulder roll and think of your mountain. Up, back, and down. Best spine, pelvic tilt, sternum lift, shoulders low, chin tucked. There it is. Step it out wide right now. Here we just go side to side. Well, I did something accidentally, and I'm going to think it was very helpful for practice today. Right here. I accidentally forgot to take my pre-workout pain-reducing supplements and things. So I have extra high pain today. Want to hear why that's good news? Over the top right here. It reminds me what to remind you of underneath. If you have high pain, you take things smaller. Over the top, take things lower. See how they feel underneath. And then as you know you feel better, that it's okay, over the top, you come high as you can. And that leads us underneath. It's like tracing a rainbow. Underneath is the smile. Over the top is the rainbow. And here's the theme for today. Know thyself. And then, over the top, intend better. So now how much you should be reaching underneath, how far you should be leaning. And then one last over right here. Intend just a little bit further. Last time, right here. I'm going to come on up with some nice shoulder rolls smoothly. Coming up and up. On the shoulder rolls, I've added a hip circle. My feet have come in underneath me. I feel my feet stepping down onto the ground, and it's almost like a massage for my bare feet on my mat. Let's step wide again. It's almost like a goddess on the move. It's a swoop. I have not leaned forward. I'm up tall. Here we go. Now up. How high? Know thyself. Listen to your body. Out front now. How wide? Decide what feels best. Take it down. First, we do not bend. Stay up tall. Now go ahead down. Right here. How low do you want to be? Listen to your body. Up tall now. Stay right down here. Very nice. We're going to lean. Do you like to lean just this much? That'll be just fine. Come on all the way up tall. Notice when you're up tall, you get a stretch in the trapezius. Now, when you come on down, flat back, you stretch your hamstrings, your glutes. Come on up, stretch that neck out. Right there. And now we're just going to roll up with those shoulder rolls smoothly. Up and out. Breathing, being. Stand tall in your mountain. Think of your heel. heel touch, squeeze back of the shoulder blades. You're not pulling your arms back. They're just moving here. I'll show you a side view. They move a little back because they're attached. It's your shoulder blades you're squeezing together. You're stretching out that pectoral wall with that shoulder blade squeeze. Now let's contract the pectoral wall. I touch my toe for an inner thigh squeeze, and my arms come together, squeezing my chest wall. There you go. That's why I call it rhythmic limbering. We have a little beat, but we're stretching something all the time. Feel between your shoulder blades, stretches out. One more time up to pull us into our best tall posture right here. Beautiful. Now, pull your shoulders up and back. Squeeze your heel behind you. Bicep curl. I'll show you a side view. Your body is up tall. Your knee stays right down. So you don't let your knee pop up here. That's the wrong move. You want to stretch out that quadricep. You'll feel here, there. It stretches the quad when your knee is right down there. Let's stand tall for a step and touch. First, check your spine, pelvic tilt. And then give a reach and a reach. Now, in the olden days, I used to reach a little out front. Now I'm trying to go as nearly over my head as possible, especially with one-handed reaches. It helps to maintain the full range of motion in that shoulder. We're really warming up the shoulder girdle. Beautiful. Let's just do 4 more. Beautiful. Let's stand tall in the mountain. Feel your posture. Feet. Nice. Take it wider. And here we're going to turn a little. And round forward. Up tall. When you come up tall, give a pelvic tilt. Back has no arch here. And round it over, up tall now. And round. I give a little butt cheek squeeze when I come up. That helps protect my low back. Here and there. Now, some people like to go way down. See what your body says right here. And there. And here. Oh, my body says, yes, ma'am. And take your time, come tall and center. Line up, check your spine. Turn the other way, check your pelvic tilt. Here and there. I round my arms, I open them out, stretch your back and your chest as you lean down. You're giving more work to this front thigh, warming that muscle deeply. Warming the knee as it bears your weight. And right here, how low do you go? I'm going to see how intent further, just a little. See what your body will give you. You might be right here, and that might be the most perfect thing in the world. Each person, each our own way now, just 4 laps. And 3, and 2, and there you go. Let's come up with the shoulder rolls. Roll it there, come on up, and up, and breathe. Now I want to start at the bottom with some strengthening for really feeling your feet. It's your best mountain ever. Pelvic tilt, sternum lift. Shoulder blades down your back, squeeze together. Relax the arms, but notice, are they right in line with your center line? Breathing. Think of your feet and curl up and down. Up. You know, I just saw myself curl up and my ankles went out. Press on the balls of your toe so that you'll come on up in a straight line. No ankle collapse. Right here. Come up and down. Back with your feet and your calves. Let's come on out. Almost like a little goddess. Got your pelvic tilt, sternum lift. And dip. And dip. And dip. Yes, I got my shoulders tall, my chest open. And dip. I'm going to add shoulder work. As I dip, I'm going to go ahead and raise. Up, dip. Breathing. Let's do 2 each way. It'll fit. Center it up. 2 up. And 2 down. Right there. Come on up, 2. And come on down, 2. And that's me relaxing my neck. How is yours? And down. Now take yourself and pull yourself up tall back to your mountain. I will suggest, where do you like your feet for your chair? Keep mine a little apart. Many people have theirs right together. Have chair feet, flat back. Reiterate your flat back. Sit your chair down. Now for some people, the chair, they leave their arms back here. My chair has a little pulse. Did you see that happening? Flat back. Really think about it. You like to tuck your arms in. This adds more work to your low back. That might be all my body does today. We'll see. This is accepting myself. This is a challenge. But I'm going to intend a little farther and see, what will my body do? Breathing. And there you go. Who knew? I thought I wouldn't be able to do my arms at all, but when I intended further, I could. We'll do 3 last. 2. And now come on, push up right here. Take it 3, 2, 1. Push up. Come on down. 2, 3. Push up. Come on down. 2, 3. 1 last. Come on down. 2, 3. Your best push up. Push up. This is a salute. Let's turn it into a star. Breathing and being. Let's turn it into a goddess. My goddess had a little wiggle going on. It felt good on my back. Be entitled. Know yourself. Give yourself what you want. Squeeze your shoulder blades. I'll show you a side view. Are your arms accidentally forward? Squeeze them. Squeeze them. Squeeze them so they're right here in your center side line. Breathing. Very nice. Now I'm going to take my arms back. I know some of the people in practice today can link their fingers. I'm going to grab my strap because I can't link my fingers. But what I will do is just kind of get my thumbs looped in my strap. Other people will hold their strap and get their hands very close to each other. Chest open. Oh, you guys look ideal. Now this is where you don't follow me. You follow your body, flat back, arms back, or linked, what's right for you. Flat wrists. Think about that. I couldn't see Diane, but I was projecting. My wrists bent a little and hurt. So when I went flat, it was nicer on them. Flat back forward, flat back forward. Now your muscles are warm. Round yourself down. Let yourself hang down. Now if your hands are clasped, fine. If they're closer, fine. Now let your arms fall or pull away from your body a little. Breathing, being. Very nice. Take your time, flat back. Come back to the flat back first, then push to a rise to your goddess. Take your time coming up. Sink your goddess a little lower if you want. You don't have to. Flat back. I'm just right for your arms. Yours probably are much closer than mine. I'm rehabbing my shoulders. Here we are, flat back. Keep it flat for a bit. And then after you're down to your lowest flat back, round the back, relax the neck, lift the arms. Your hands are wherever it's right for you, clasped, a few inches apart holding a strap, a few feet apart holding a broom handle or cane. Breathing. Take your time. Come up to your flat back first. That's a low back effort. Now push up. That's a whole body effort. Fabulous. Best posture. Go ahead and you can let go of your strap or your broom handle. And I should have said have your blocks nearby. We've got our goddess legs and we're going to put our blocks right here in front of us. I'm going to suggest you might do the same as I. Let's go sideways to each other. I'll tell you why. You'll be able to look to the side and see me better rather than looking up like this and giving yourself a crick in your neck. Here's your goddess. This gives me an opportunity. Karen, if you're watching on YouTube, remember how sometimes you have a tendency to lean? Everybody pulls ourselves up to a tall spine, shoulder blades together, heels in, toes out, Kathy. Think about your feet in line with your thigh bones, your arms in line with your body. Fabulous, flat back, flat back. Now, everybody's different. For some people with a flat back, they go right here to a chair, and that's the perfect height. Other people might do flat back down to a high block. Some people might go flat back down to the floor, your height. But the key is flat back. Fabulous. So now you're going to push off your blocks or your chair with one hand. That's right under your shoulder. The other hand is going to stay right here in line with your face. Diane, you and I both have this tendency to pull our arm. We come on up right back here because it feels better. Yes, but this stretches better, works better. So come on right here. Oh, that looks beautiful. Right there. And now, in my yoga practice, when I'm a participant, I see other participants take their hands straight to the sky. Accept wherever your body will go. Know thyself. And then intend a little more twist or rotation in the spine. You're not pulling on your shoulder. Spine rotation. Come on down. I can't quite see, Joanne, but your shoulder might be being pulled a little bit. So take your arm. I need a little more room. Take your arm. I'll show you this way. Take your arm straight out. And then don't be pulling the shoulder back. Leave it straight across and rotate your spine. I know I don't go up far, but I know myself, and this is ideal. Now I'm going to push off and intend farther on the exhale. Breathe. Come on down. All righty. Each person with self-acceptance and intention of maximizing toward the full expression. On the other side, here we are. Find your straight across collarbone to arm. Then don't pull the arm up. Rotate the collarbone. Rotate the whole body by pushing off and revolving the spine. Both knees remain bent. One of my knees wants to push off, less bent than the other. Keep symmetry on the bottom half. Come on down. Here we are. Support flat back, very important. Come higher if your body needs it. Find your right here, level with your right up below your shoulder. Come on up, right here. Your thumb is in front of your eyes. Intend with a spinal rotation. Good, off, higher, rotate it more, if you will, and come on down. Well, while we are here, I'm turning sideways so I can see you guys again. We've got wide legs like goddess, flat back. Did you want to come to a chair? Let's do the cat-cow right here. Round it up. Tuck your tailbone. Round your neck. Feel your spine like a cat on a fence. Exhale. Inhale. Here's the cow. Let your udders hang down. Your spine is like a back bend this way. Your tailbone's up. Your head's up gently. No crick in the neck. Cat. Exhale and inhale at your pace. Exhale on the cat. On the cow. Exhale on your cat. Inhale on your cow. Exhale on your cat. And inhale on your cow. Find your flat back again. So we had goddess legs and flat back, whether you're on a chair, you might even be on the kitchen counter with your flat back. I'm going to do a balance and strength move. If you bring your feet underneath you, you're in a standing table. If anyone has knee issues, just do standing moves instead of kneeling moves. The standing table can be done on blocks. Oh, is that too much? Fine, do your standing table on a chair. Or do your standing table, wait, there it is, on the kitchen counter. I just have an unlocked leg, flat back. Here's our standing table. In our standing table, we're going to make a three-legged table. Touch one foot back. Breathing. Does that foot lift up for a standing, balancing tiger's tail? Let me see how you got. You look wonderful. Yes. See my flat back? If your back is rounding a bunch, choose a higher surface and then do your standing table on a higher surface. It'll be wonderful. Your standing table your way. Breathing. Come on down. The other foot. Find your balance between your two hands that are on your blocks, your chair, your kitchen counter, the seat of a couch, the back of a couch. Find your weight on one leg. Pamper if you have a joint that needs pampering. Think of your hips. Are they both pointing straight down to the ground? We have not picked your hips up at this time. They're parallel to the ground. Your standing table, oh, it turned into a tiger kind of, didn't it? Come on down. I got a little cat-cow coming on. Cow, cat. Cow, cat. Now make a choice. You need to come up a little higher. If you're dealing with sinus issues, have you been up about this high or so with your head above your heart the whole time? It looks like it from what I can see. That was a tiger. Standing and find one leg out. Let's take a dragon's tail. This is balance and strength. The leg crosses over and comes out. Now, should you leave your foot on the ground, cross over and come out. Remember, you might be right up on the kitchen counter. You might have your palms right down on the floor. Each person, everybody is a good body. Now let's think about the know yourself and intend further. Go at your pace. I'm going to intend as far out as I can. I'm going to intend as high as I can and as far across as I can. Listen to your body. I'm going very, very slowly so I get my maximum range of emotion. But now I'm going to go with breath. With breath, you exhale as you cross over. Inhale out. If you're panting, move slower, do an inhale and exhale on each one. You don't want your leg going back and forth like a motorboat. Breathe with your leg if you want. Here's what I mean. You could go and then back. With your lips closed as Ujjayi breath. Come on down to your table, but ask your body, how tired is your weight-bearing leg? Cat-cow, how are your wrists feeling? If your wrists are fatigued, find a way to come up just a little bit. If I wanted to come up just a little bit, I might come up chair height. And there'll be a little less weight on my wrists. Let's have the other side for the dragon's tail. Here we are, unlocked weight-bearing leg. Take yourself up. If you're up higher, there's less weight on your wrist. Come over. Intend to come over as far as you can. You have flat hip bones right to the ground. Come on out. Your way. Come on over. Your way. Are you quivering and shaking? Good. That's your brain and your body communicating for balance. That's your muscles quivering as they work. Remember, know thyself and intend to just the right place. Intend further. But if it was too far back off, then find what's just right for you. When you're done with your dragon's tail, we're heading back to your standing table with a cat on a fence and a sway back horse or cow. Cat on a fence or cow. Here's your cat and your cow, each person their own way. Did you appreciate your body? Did you take care of your body? Now take your time. Bring your feet in. Breathing. Round your body and come up one vertebrae at a time. Coming up and roll those shoulder blades back, down your back. Pelvic tilt. There you are in your beautiful mountain. I need a shoulder roll. I'm hoping you pampered your wrists and went to the right height so that even though we were using your wrists, you weren't putting too much pressure on them. You know yourself and you intend to just the right place. Your wrists might get less weight, but your legs might do more. Stretch, breathe, and find your mountain. Being very nice. A little sun salutation. This will be a customized sun salutation. What do you do for your down dog? I use blocks because they seem better on my wrists than the mat. Do you like the mat for your down dog? Do you use the kitchen counter for your down dog? Find your spot. Breathing. Relax the neck, shoulders up, back, and down. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Pelvic tilt. Now, I do want to speak on this as I looked on my computer. My belly rounds outward, so you might get the impression that I have leaned this way. No, look at my back. I'm straight up and down, which is what I encourage you to be. Pelvic tilt, tall, straight spine, shoulders rolled back. If you happen to have softness rounding somewhere else, good, everybody's a good body, but your spine wants up tall. Let's go to your salute, your way. Do you pull your arms right up next to your ears? Do you leave them out in a V? I'm going to recommend you stay in this line, not out forward, not behind you, as near in line as you can. Intend toward that line. My rehabilitating shoulders don't quite go there, but I'm intending. Forward fold your way, unlock the knees. Do you stop right here at a chair? Do you round down even further to a block? Do you listen to your body and go to fingertips? Do you palm the floor? Do you put your elbows on the floor? Wherever your body goes, it's your forward fold, your way. Breathe, exhale. Yes, we're going slow and with awareness. I've got my feet apart to leave room for my belly, and I'm kind of wiggling my softness to allow for my best fold. Wiggle your body for your best forward fold wherever you are. Breathe and be here for a few moments. Relax your head so your neck, all the vertebrae, one from the other, hang forward and relax. From the neck to the tailbone. I'm going to do 3 halfway ups. Wherever you landed, however low you went, you're not coming up at your hip. You're lifting at the small of your back. And exhale down. Small of the back. So you go to a flat back lift. Round yourself down. One last flat back lift. Round yourself down. Prepare for your down dog. I'll show you some stages. So the forward fold, you have no weight on your hands. They're just bending your wrist as you choose. But the short dog, you put a little weight on your hands and step back a little bit. For some people, they might think this looks just like a down dog. No, sink your chest. Diane, when your wrists are bugging you, this short dog is fabulous. Now, if your body says a more traditional down dog with your legs farther back, are your heels on the ground? Probably not, but you will accept, know thyself, and intend your heels to sink toward the ground. Breathing, being. How about your plank? Are you going to lower your knees carefully for a half plank? Or are you going to have your shoulders over hands with toes carrying your weight? What does your body want? Breathe while you're here. How long should you stay? Make sure you've left enough energy to push back up into your full down dog, short dog, sink your chest, breathing. Now, how do you come to forward fold? Some people will take one leg, lift it up, and fling that foot right over by the hands. Mine doesn't go there, but I like the move, so I take my leg wherever it lands. I take a moment wherever I need to be, and then I walk myself up to my forward fold. Breathing, extra relax over your neck. I was looking at my hands. I had a bend in my neck. Here's our forward fold, best one ever. Breathe and be. Accept and love what your body gives you. 3 little halfway ups. Stay down. You're not coming up from the hip. It's the back that just flattens out and rounds down. Flattens out and rounds down. Last one. Flatten out and round down. To arise, you have a decision to make. Do you want to come up rounding up one vertebrae at a time? Do you want to come up with a flat back? I'm going to do the flat back this time. So I let my hands reiterate my flat back. I've unlocked my knee, and I push to arise to my salute. Breathing, being. Let's come down to a mountain and just take a moment and appreciate your body. Want a few shoulder rolls? Want to just stand there in your fabulous mountain with your pelvic tilt? Little butt cheek squeeze kind of protects your low back. Wonderful. We're going to do the sun salutation A, but I'm going to do a hip opener in it. If it's too much weight on your hands, when you're in the down dog, come to a higher surface. So if your wrists are tired from what we just did, go get an ottoman. Use a chair. Use the seat of a couch. Here we are. You're in a place where you will pamper your wrists your way. Mount. Ground yourself. Weight on both feet. Pelvic tilt. Sternum lift. You know, I say these things to myself when I'm standing in line in the grocery store. Breathing. Salute. Choose your arms, intend them in your best. Stretch up. Forward fold. Unlock your knees just a touch. Should you stop here at a chair, at a lower chair, at a high block, a low block, your forward fold, your feet might be right together. For many people, that's perfect. If you have a softness to accommodate, your feet might be a little apart, relax the neck. Now, I want to rename this. Yes, it's called halfway up. But if you happen to bend down fairly far, you're really just coming to flat back, is what I'm going to call it from now on. Wherever you are, flat back, and come on down. To flat back, and come on down. What if you're here in a chair? You would be rounded, flat back would be right here. And one more, just to show the chair one. Round your way down to your lowest, and flat back from wherever you are. All righty, are you ready for your down dog? Should you stay on the chair, on a kitchen counter, on the mat, on a block? Your down dog your way. Sink your chest, lengthen your spine, intend your heels toward the ground. That's me relaxing my neck. I'm not saying no. I'm saying, relax. Now, a three-legged dog, I would make sure one leg is in the middle and the other leg. A three-legged dog, whether you're on the kitchen counter or the mat, with your hands, doesn't matter, begins with one toe on the ground and all the weight on one foot. You might stay right there. You may flex your foot and pick up just a little. You may flex your foot and pick up a whole lot. Your three-legged dog your way, with your hands on your surface, bend the knee. Now put your mind on your hip bone of the bent leg and open that hip bone up as the body rotates, breathing. Oh, it's funny, my foot comes right here and touches the wall. It grounds me, it feels great. Breathing. Exhaling, let's come back to your three-legged dog. Be aware of your knee as you change positions. Come on down. I'm going to take a moment right here. Do you need to shorten your dog to rest your wrists? Do you need to come up to a higher surface to rest your wrists? Because we have the three-legged dog on the other side coming on. Weight goes all on the one foot. Breathing. This is my knee that's extra challenged, so I shorten my dog to accommodate my barely existing knee. Here we are. Will your body take your weight? If that limb doesn't take your weight, come up higher with your arms. When you find your best three-legged dog, bend the leg. Oh, isn't that a lovely quad stretch? And then listen to your body and open the hip as much as your body will, with your own needs, your own gifts, your own idiosyncrasies. Breathing, feel that lovely rotation in the spine, opening of the psoas. And come on back to your three-legged dog. Here it is, your best expression of your three-legged dog. Come on back down to your regular down dog. Be with it. Now what's coming next is a plank. Does that sound fine? Then just go for it. But if your hands are fatigued, wrists are fatigued, go to a higher surface. Should you do a half plank with your knees on the ground? Do you want to do a full plank so your arms are as high as they want to be? Your knees might be on the ground, or your feet might be with your toes on the ground. Your plank your way. And whenever you're ready, save enough strength to push back up to your down dog. How are you going to come to your forward fold? I'm going to use my other leg lifting so I'm symmetric. Remember, I lifted one leg. If you did so, lift the other. When you come forward, swoop it as close to your hands as it goes. Take a moment. Feel yourself. Walk up to your forward fold and be with that lovely forward fold just right for you. Before we arise, I'm going to clasp the elbows and just rock a little side to side. Rest the neck. Stretch the neck. Stretch the back. Hamstrings. buns. Now notice how your hand, one was under your elbow. Switch. Do the other side for symmetry. And let that forward fold round and rock over. Fabulous. Melt yourself and we'll rise. Flat back. Here we are, round on down. Flat back. Exhale down. Last flat back. And come down. Choose. Roll up one vertebrae at a time or a flat back. For one vertebrae at a time, pelvic tilt, and roll up, up, up. When you get to the top, shoulder roll. Find your height, and yes, Joanne, we want our salute. Beautiful. Come on down to your mountain. Next is a balance strength move. Do you have a wall? Go right up by your wall. If you don't have a wall, I'll show you both ways. If you don't have a wall, you will do a flying half moon. If you have a wall, you will do a supported half moon. Now, in the half moon, you lean down. When I was doing yoga 6 hours a day during my training, I was so flexible, I went all the way to the ground. Now I'm going to lean down onto the step stool. I think that might be enough. You might be just leaning over onto the arm of a chair, might be plenty low enough for you. I'm going to give the information for flying first. Here you are standing free if you don't have a wall. Your beautiful mountain. Step out into a very short warrior two. So the front leg's a little bent. Your foot did come this way. You got it. Your arms are where they be. Yes. For the half moon, we will pour all the weight onto this front unlocked leg. See how the arms are straight across? As we lean down, go ahead. Oh, I think I like this arm right here. I'm going to go with the arm of the chair. And here's a free floating half moon. And you may pick up this foot and holding on to something with your hand, continue down. But now look at this shoulder. It fell forward a little. I want that shoulder to be right in line. Don't let it fall forward. Breathe, come on down, and I'm going to show you if you're at the wall. If you're freestanding, you just begin and do the whole thing again. Now, when I'm against the wall, I've put my dimples on the wall, my shoulder blades on the wall. If you're free floating, imagine your dimples of your buns and your shoulder blade are all lined up. You don't want to let this shoulder fall forward in your imaginary wall or your real wall. Here I am. I'm going to step out into a very short warrior two. Feel my arms long and across. Breathe, and now I pour all my weight onto this one front foot of warrior two. Oh, dimple on the wall, shoulder blade on the wall, and see if I can come on down. Are you breathing? Now my shoulder fell from the wall, so I will. Actually, I'm pushing off of the stool and intending my shoulder, even the back of my knuckles are on the wall. Lift your leg as your body will. Drop your upper as your body will. Are you breathing? Your half moon your way. You might be standing practically tall. Shoulder back, hip back. You might be against the wall, which allows you to go down farther. See what your body will do. When you come up, let your upper body arise. And when it feels right, here we go, and pull yourself tall. Very nice. Okay, I can't resist. On the other side, I have to try using the cactus. Are you free floating? I'll do a free floating first. Best mountain ever. Dimples against my imaginary wall, shoulder blades against my imaginary wall. And I step out into my warrior two to do the other side, remember? My arms are straight across, shoulder back, just like I keep it back in warrior two. as I pour my weight onto the front foot and I lean myself down a little, I keep my arms out. Now this toe might need to stay right there for balance, or it might pick up a little. If you can hold on to something, in my case, the cactus. Oh, look, the cactus has another height for me to hold on to. I'm doing it free floating, just holding on, breathing. Look, I'm intending a little more intensity, and I could do it without the wall. I didn't know that. I don't know. I'm thinking about going down to the next cactus. Oh, I did. Thank God the wall's there, or I would be on my tush. Breathing, up shoulder, your way, being, strength, centering. Find something to look at, your dirigidy point, your best expression. Yes. And when you're ready, pull yourself together and arrive. Your way, whatever your body needs. Shoulder roll. So on this side where I was not by the wall, I didn't get as much stretch because I couldn't shoulder roll. I couldn't go down as far. But on this side, I didn't practice my balance as much when I was leaning on the wall. Both are valuable. Very nice. Well, you did such a fabulous half moon. Let's find ourselves down so we can chill. I'm going to do a little sequence to lower. It'll be a forward fold, a little dog, and a table where I fall, bring myself right down. So here we are, forward fold. Your way, down dog. Doesn't have to be a big one. Little down dog. Lower carefully with awareness to your knees for a more traditional table. Very nice. Wait a minute, stay right here. Our table is going to turn into a lizard. Do you have tender knees? Then go ahead and put a fold up towel or whatever you need under your knees, because the lizard puts all your weight on one knee. Are you breathing? For the lizard, and this is incrementally, you're just going to take one leg and go ahead and see, can you put a foot on the ground? Just that is stretching a whole bunch of things. This might be your lizard, the most perfect press down of the pointer finger, eye of the elbow forward, and just let that foot stay there and feel the hip. But maybe your foot will come up by your hand. That might be your full lizard. I'm really feeling it. It's nice. Right here is lovely. But maybe your body has some flexibility, and when you think of your back knee, you can slide your back knee back. By the way, I push down on the top of this back foot so my knee lifts off the ground. So I'm pampering the back knee. So many people are not this flexible. You would just go right back to this. See the difference? It's not a big deal. Here's more stretching. Here's a little halfway. Here's a little less. What does your body want? Give your body your flexibility. Wherever you are, know thyself, and then intend just a little bit more. Some people will actually put their blocks so that their bodies up a little might feel better. Other people will put their bodies down a little. Everybody's different. Here's an important thing. This shin, you want straight up and down. You don't want it angled back. Angled forward is perfectly safe, but straight up and down is a better, more full expression of the lizard. Have you customized your lizard just right for you? Are you breathing? Very nice. Whenever you're ready, you take your time and push yourself back to your table. Breathing for this side, I know I want that for my challenged knee. As a matter of fact, my knee that's real tender. So here's my table. I left the block behind it, so I have it when I need it. For my lizard, I put my other leg out a little and just see how it feels. Did I want my blocks or not? Just be with, honest to goodness, this one where I've just got my leg out, my arms in the beautiful eye of the elbow forward, soft hand balance, doesn't have a lot of weight on it, feels great. Now for a more intense lizard, I'm going to let my leg go back a little. And in my case, I just brought my arms forward so my leg could stay on its cushion. If I wanted more, you can put your leg back, your arm forward. Do you like right here? Do you want to be up a little more? Does this feel better for you? Maybe you're right here up on blocks. Oh, so many ways to customize your lizard just for you. Breathe and be with it. Take a moment. Take a peek at your shins. Reposition your foot. Your shin is right up and down, no matter what version of your lizard you did. The reason I chose the lizard today is we will all look very, very different when we do the lizard. Are you breathing? Being in your lizard, your way. Neutral neck. Wonderful. Whenever you're ready, take your time and push yourself up with your hands if you can. I went so low, my hands can't push me up my knees head to help. When you're done, let's sit yourself down on your butt and say thank you to your body for whatever customized version of the lizard you have. You know what I love about the lizard? You really can breathe with this. I'm gonna get you here in your V sit and just let your adductor muscles stretch. Lean a little and let the back of you stretch while I show you some. Your lizard can be done to customize almost anybody. What if you cannot put any weight on your knees at all and you want to do a lizard? Here's how you would do a lizard with no weight on your knees at all. Here I am. Oh, isn't that nice? I would do a standing table. Oh, look, I've got a couch here, okay? Because you're going to need some room on your couch. I unlock my knee, might even use the back of the couch to hold on to, and there we are. So there is my standing lizard with a foot on a couch, my hands holding onto the back of the couch. Well, what about that lean? Well, if I'm holding onto the back of the couch, I just give myself my stretch here in the psoas of the weight-bearing leg, holding on. And the idea is, I've got my leg to go to the side so my belly falls in the middle. The idea is holding onto your couch, foot on the seat of your couch, let your pelvis drop in, give yourself whatever lizard feels right for you. My phone number is right below on YouTube. Would you like to do a one-on-one session with me? And we will design the perfect lizard for you, and then I'll pop it up on YouTube. Text me. Oh, doesn't this V-sit feel good? Round out. First, I round forward with a flat back. Now, I know for half the people in the practice today, you gotta walk yourself up to the wall. And your flat back, it's almost like just a little less weight on the wall. You can't leave it at all. It's okay. Your forward intention, your way. Other people with their flat back can come very far. It doesn't matter. Your body's fine. Your flat back, your way. If you are still up on the wall because your flat back doesn't come far, I'm going to recommend you have your blocks and you intend yourself a smidgen further. Breathe and be with it. So like Joanne and Diane, you might be right here. Just intend a little further. Breathing. Other people might be right out here. Oh, I know Kathy likes to take her blocks and give herself a shoulder stretch. Make it yours. Love it. Very nice. Joanne, I cannot remember our discussion about being up at the wall, but I'm hoping you do and you give yourself what you need for the sides of your body to feel good. If you come a smidgen away from the wall and put butterfly legs, we can do a seated revolving spine. Here we are. One arm reaches across. The reason I'm a smidgen away from the wall, this shoulder might want to go back a smidge. And this hand, many people push right off on the ground. I have to push on a block. And I have a beautiful spinal rotation upright. I'm not rounded. When you twist the spine, you want it up tall. No rounded twisting spines. That compresses things that ought not to compress. See how I've looked behind me? I'm not pulling hard on my neck. I'm just including the vertebrae in my neck area around with every vertebrae that is rotated. I come forward slowly, breathing and being, find your center, get what you need for the other side set up. For me, I do use a block. Little bit away from the wall, reach across. Many people cannot reach their knee. That's all right. You just push across with one hand. Push back with the other. Feel your rotation. If you can, I don't know if I can on this side. Nope, on that side, I can't. Know thyself, accept, and intend a little more. Breathing. So I'm going to intend very gently. Did you include your neck? Everything is rotated from the base of your spine up. Come on, forward. Very nice. We're going to lay ourselves down on back. With one last active thing before our final stretch. The last active thing is where you really use your psoas and your abdominal walls. So here we are. Roll down. Any way you want. You don't have to come down in any special way. We're not in a synchronized swimming class. We're just making our way to the mat. This little wiggle I do, I'm not just adjusting my t-shirt. I'm actually letting some air in, but I'm also, to be honest with you, adjusting my spine, the softness on my back and tush for it to be lined up. I'm walking my shoulder blades down my back. Fabulous. Do you have your pelvic tilt? Beautiful. Now, can you give yourself a knee hug? If you cannot give yourself a knee hug, leave your feet on the ground and do a pelvic tilt. So you're doing a pelvic tilt with a knee hug or with feet on the ground. Keep one knee hugged in, take one leg out, and smoothly, should it stop here, listen to your back. Does it feel okay to go all the way down? What's your body tell you? And come on up. So I'm going to do a few with you with my knees hugged up. And now I'm going to do some with my pelvic tilt. The least amount of weight I need on my foot, keep the pelvic tilt and take the leg. So each person has chosen. This is working the curl up of the pelvic tilt works your abs. The lowering of the leg works your psoas. So each person does theirs their own way. The maximum work would be by adding one other thing. You do your pelvic tilt your way, whichever you've chosen, and pick your head up so that your abs are curling and doing all the work. You're not holding on and letting your arms help. This is fine with your toes on the ground or with your curl of knees. Now stay with these singles if it's the right thing for you. But if your body says it's okay, you can try a double. On the double, only go down a little bit Oh, right there might be enough. Let's come on in. Gradually go down a smidgen more, making pelvic tilt. Are you keeping that pelvic tilt? Making sure it's okay on your back. Many people, maybe even most people, will be stopping somewhere up here. Find your magic place. You feel your abs engage, your hip flexors engage, but your back's okay. And then each person finds gradually the place that works. Keep the pelvic tilt for them. Breathing. Are you trying to hold your head up? Well, then put your head down. See what your body says is going to be right for you. Are you feeling okay? Have you chosen what's right for you? And here's our last that was beautiful for your abdominal wall. Here's Millie. She's going to help me with my yoga. I'm going to set my feet down one at a time. And I want one arm up. Millie, move so they can see. I'm going to lift one shoulder blade and come on down. One shoulder blade and come on down. Feel how it works muscles on the side of your torso. It's like I'm rolling up on the other shoulder blade and smoothly down. Lift one. There you go. The transverse and obliques are involved. Here you are. Your feet are just grazing the floor. You're not pushing a bunch with your feet. All righty, let's just do one last. Curl it out. Beautiful. For the other side, support your head or leave your head down on the ground, whichever feels better. Find your arm long. Your arm isn't pushing up and down. Your arm is just hanging there like a ruler up in the air. And you roll up on one shoulder blade and roll back down. Roll up on one and roll back down. I actually went to my toes so that I wouldn't push off too much with my feet. Yes, I do have a little grounding of the feet, but I really want to be pulling up, using the muscles in my abdominal wall. Two more of these babies, and your obliques and your transverse will say thank you. Sit yourself down, roll your shoulder blades down your back. Do you like palms up? Feel it a little, windshield wipers. Got a nice pelvic tilt. How about palms down? Feel it. I'm going to leave my windshield wipers going on. I'm going to take elbows out to the side. Is that all right with your shoulders? And then arms out to the side. Is that all right? How about elbows to the side and your arms are up? But see how my palms are facing my lower half? Good. Now when I gradually lower my palms, I'd rock my shoulder blades down my back into cactus arms. Yes, I know. I can see you guys. You're fabulous. Your arm went right down to the ground. Mine doesn't happen too. That's okay. Do I want to put a block underneath it? No, today I'm just going to let the weight of the arm pull down and intend. So I've stopped the windshield wipers so I can concentrate. If the back of your hand and your upper arm is laying on the ground, say thank you to your shoulder for full range of motion. If it doesn't lay on the ground, say thank you to your shoulder for what it will give you, and intend with each exhale for the arm to relax more and gravity to pull the back of the hand and the back of the arm down. Breathing. To come up from this, I lower my elbows and then come on, taking my hands to flat by my side, legs down long. It's a momentary Shavasana, but this isn't the end because we need our psoas stretch. I'm going to have you face the screen, although I will be showing you my backside. So we're all going to turn this way. You face the screen. Here we are. Curl yourself up so you're in the neutral position. Take your top leg down long. Take your top arm out front and let your top leg go behind you and down. Do you want, there it is, Suzanne, how about a pillow under your head? There we go. Breathing. So this is interesting. The psoas hip flexor is stretching, but so is your abdominal wall, and many things in your shoulder are stretching. Be with it for a while. Now, Diane, you're going to want to bend your leg right away at the knee. Not yet. Keep your leg longish for a while. Get the focus on the hip flexor and psoas, shoulder and core for a while. After they've stretched, then bend that top leg. Press the knee back. You add the quadriceps stretch to the whole experience. You have shoulder issues, so my shoulder is thawing. That is the nice way to say it was frozen. So I will sometimes just play with shoulder stretches while I do my hip forward psoas stretch. Are you breathing? Being. So do whatever you would like with your top arm. Press the knee back. I actually walked my foot for my knee to go back a little farther for a little more quad stretch, a little more hip flexor stretch. Now I pull myself together. I say thank you and roll it all over to the other side. Breathing. Find yourself in the neutral position. There we go. It's like a fetal position. Knees curled up. Take the top leg down long. As the arm swoops forward, the leg swoops back. Slowly lower that foot inside of the foot, the instep to the ground. Reaching forward, stretches the shoulder. This hip, push it forward. If that hip lays down, you miss the psoas stretch. When the hip is forward, the leg is long, but not yet bent. We're getting the maximum psoas or groin stretch, maximum shoulder, ribs, abdominal wall. Now think about that back leg, and you want to bend the knee. I both don't have room, and that knee doesn't feel comfortable to bend right now. So you bend your knee as you want. You press your knee behind you and your hip forward, and enjoy the beautiful side stretch. Lily enjoys it thoroughly. She's over here getting pet. Now, as you're here with the psoas stretch, the abdominal wall stretch, melt yourself back to the neutral position. Breathe and be. Remove your block and find yourself in your final Shavasana. Roll it down. I need to roll my shoulder blades down my back again. I need to feel my pelvic tilt. Do I like palms down? Do I like palms up? Do I want to just melt them? I know, Leslie, if you watch this on YouTube, you might like the forward-facing Shavasana. Take a moment, pause, and flip yourself over if you like the prone or forward down Shavasana. In solidarity with those who have chosen the forward fold Shavasana, let's go ahead and let our arms come on up. That feels nice sometimes. in either forward fold, forward down, or traditional Shavasana. Your arms might go flat to the ground, mine hang in the air, stretching as I intend farther. When I release from this, I don't lift my arms, I melt them downward. So you choose arms up, arms down, face up, face down. What bolster under your neck or under your forehead would you like? Be with your Shavasana and reflect more on the concept of know and accept thyself. Breathing. And then with what you know and accept, intend a comfortable bit further. Actually, the word I like is a smidgen further. You use whatever word in your mind that you like. Now, I have tension in my shoulders. I gotta really relax them. And my arms go helter-skelter when I do. Don't worry about where you're keeping your arms. Let's go to the relaxation portion. Relax your face, relax your shoulders. Let your arms go wherever they want. They're just plopped. I move a little, proprioceptive, perceive through movement that I can perceive that I've relaxed the muscles in my core. It's also helping me perceive my legs. And I wiggle my legs and perceive relaxation in my hips, ankles, feet. Now put your mind on your breath. Feel your abdominal wall. Feel your belly rise and fall. Diaphragmatic breathing is a lovely moment of belly acceptance, whether you're lean, average, or rounder. In our culture teaches us belly abhorrence. We just accept, love, breathe, be. This is where your heart is, where your breath is, where your digestion and energy factory is. The body you have is the place you live. Love the body. I feel like crying right now. If a wave like that ever hits you, go with it. It probably means or might mean you released something somatically to let loose an emotion. Relax, breathe, and be. Do you want to stay right here? You don't have to do nothing, honey. You can stay right here. Hit pause on your phone or tablet or computer and go right to sleep. Or if you're here in class today, a little after 11 on Saturday as we finish up, you could begin to awaken if you're going to join us afterward for a cup of tea. So each person, again, know thyself and what you need. If you're in class and we don't see you for a cup of tea, we know you might have just pulled up your blankie and gone to sleep after Shavasana. We will wish you well no matter. So for each of us have made a yogi's choice. What's best for you? How should you arise? Your way is fine. When my back is very tender, I roll over onto my belly and push myself up onto my hands and knees. So each person shall arise their way. And since I'm bringing my stool over to sit on, I will show you using a stool or the seat of a chair. Look how nice this is if your back ever bothers you. By the way, look, here's a table on elbows and knees. Here's a lizard in your table, but I'm going to take that and help push me up. and bring my stool over to say hi and to say bye. Well, I don't know where I flung my glasses. Let me see if I can find how to turn off the recording. Okay. Thank you for being with me today. Just this minute, I realized I forgot to sit and fold forward and relax. I want right now to stay centered moment. The light in me sees and I the light. Namaste. Thank you for practicing. And if you're here for tea, I'll turn off the recording and we'll visit